All right, hello everybody. It's Travis C back with another episode of Surroundead. So I have dismantled all of my structures because we're going to put a new base here. So I'm thinking this might be a better spot. It's kind of away from the trees a little bit more, give us a little bit more room to maneuver around. And let's see here. I do got a lot of resources. I spent a lot of time grinding for wood. Obviously, we have our foundations and things from our previous structures. I have wood planks, nails, plenty of metal, more than enough wood than we know what to do with. So I think we're off to a pretty good start here. Let me go ahead and move this here. Okay, perfect. So I also mentioned last episode about a giveaway. So I do want to gift somebody a copy of Surroundead. So if you are interested in winning, first you would have to be subscribed, and then just leave a comment down below of what your weapon of choice would be for apocalypse like this if it was real life, your zombie apocalypse weapon. And what we'll do is I will pick a winner. We'll say from the time that this video is posted, we'll go ahead and do the 12th of September. I will notify the winner. So I'll just put it in like a little random name or wheel spinner, and whoever name it lands on will be gifted that copy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start placing our foundations down first. So I think this might be a good spot right here. We're just going to kind of have to shift everything over. The question is, how tall do I want this? Maybe right there will be okay. All right, so let's see if this is actually placed down correctly. It looks like it is. So we just need to make sure that they are facing, the beam in the middle is facing sideways. So let's go ahead and start with just a 5x5 because I do want to build this up. Oops. Nope, don't want that. Let's pick that up and place it here. Okay, perfect. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't want to get too close to those trees here. That would be 5, and we'll just do a 5x5 for now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, perfect. Yeah, so if you guys don't own a copy of the game, I mean, what better way to give it a shot than to win a free key? And, you know, I don't have I'm still a newer channel, so I don't have a lot of subscribers. So, you know, the odds are in your favor here as opposed to a channel that has, you know, 160,000 subs or whatever. So it's a lot of fun. The game is just constantly getting updated, so I think you'll get a lot of good time out of it. I know that there are a lot of people pushing for the multiplayer to be added, so hopefully there'll be some co-op here soon enough. Okay, so there's my 5x5. I think I'm happy with that. Let me just move these a little bit out of the way here. Now the question is, I can surround my base two different ways. I can either use these spiked walls, or I can make a metal fence. I think I like the idea of a metal fence more. Just, it gives us more visibility. We could maybe set up a garage or something using those spikes, or we can just dismantle it. It would leave us without a gate, but I can take a look and see what options we have for that. All right, so we got our 5. So let's go ahead and get some walls placed down. So we've got a few here. Let me grab some more walls from our inventory here, as well as a door frame. I'll grab both because I'm not sure which ones are going to look better. And let's see, we also need some stairs as well. All right, so we'll say this is the middle here, so we're going to put some stairs down so we don't have to climb each time we're trying to get up here. Did I grab the... Oh, here they are. All right, perfect. So put that there. And actually, what I'd like to do is have more windowed walls. Let me see what I've got as far as windows go. Where did I put that tent? Is it this one? Yeah. Okay, none in there. I have a few of these tents filled with supplies here, I thought, but we got 4. Go ahead and place those down first. So we'll do that. I'll make some more. We're going to need extra anyway. So let's see, our disassembly workbench, no construction. Let me move this a little bit closer. We can put it in here for now. Okay. So for the windows, I think we just have one option for windows, right? No, we have two. Let me see which one. These are the ones without the beams on them. So we need 4 more of those. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we shouldn't have to worry about gathering more resources. I think I did a pretty good job at stocking up. The only thing I didn't like, I was messing around with some of the builds. There's not really like a foundation that like cuts across diagonally. They have one, but it's just it only takes up like a small portion of this. I don't understand the point of it, but I don't think I'm going to use it anyway. So not a big deal, but just something that I noticed. Oh, see, I don't like how the walls are different looking. So let's see if we have these sideways ones, right? But these are, yeah, I don't know why. Okay, those are up and down. These are sideways, like the planks. So I'll probably have to dismantle the walls that don't really match. Not a big deal. We'll get some resources back from it. So let me go ahead and dismantle those walls. I want everything to be symmetrical, essentially. So I think if we go to this assembly bench over here, we should be able to get our resources back from that. Okay, got that all situated. So let's see, we need 2, 3 more. Okay, and we got a doorway we also need to create. So let's go ahead and do the walls first. And then for the doorway, only thing I don't like is that, we have a metal bunker door, but we don't have any way of making metal foundations or anything, at least unless that's something I have to discover. We could do a metal door and see how it looks. How much does it take? It does take quite a bit. Same with the bunker door. We'll just stick with the wooden door. Make it a little more homey. I'm going to place that. All right. And let's place our doorway down first. And then we will have wooden walls. And of course, we're free to move this around however we need to, because I still need to get a staircase leading up. So we have our half stairs, and I don't think it's going to work for what we need. I think the wooden corner stairs will be a better option here. So let's go ahead and place those down and see where it will look best. Let's see. Maybe right here might be good, just in the corner. We can get up and have our second portion here. So looks good so far. Now we should be able to put some flooring down. I think I have that in my tent, so we'll have to grab that. I've got a lot of doors. I guess I didn't need to make all of those. So let me, is this going to fit in there? Oh, almost. It kind of snaps. Come on. Okay. Perfect. Keep that open for now. Let's go ahead and disassemble some of those doors that I don't need as well. And we'll hold on to the half stairs. I don't know if I'm going to need that or not yet. Okay. So for flooring, should have floors somewhere in here. Oh, this one. All right. We got a good amount of floors here. There's our wooden roofs. I did have some more wooden walls I didn't see. Let me dismantle these other ones anyway, because it's going to be sideways, right? So actually we need those. The other ones we do not need, however. So let me dismantle these. Right. Get a little bit of those planks back. All right, now I haven't built a second floor before, so we'll see how this actually works out. So if we get the flooring out, I'm hoping it just snaps right into place here. It does along the wall. I want to make sure I have room to get up. Is that going to allow me to get up and down without hitting my head? Perfect. I'm probably going to need a lot more flooring, I think. I need that to be the other way. We'll fix it here. Okay. And we'll place this that way. Same with this one that needs to move over here. Okay, great. Let's go and get the walls. Actually, how do I want to do the walls? I could do a little balcony on the outskirts and have half walls around that. So let's maybe do that instead. Let me get some more, excuse me, get some more walls constructed here first, or more flooring, I'm sorry. So we've got wooden floor. How many do we need? So there's, it should just be 5 per rack. So I got 5 here. So this will be 4, that'd be 14 wooden floors. Okay, got the wooden floors built. So let's go ahead and keep things moving on. It needs to be sideways. All right. And then this way, excuse me, I'm losing my voice a little bit today. We'll be able to have a nice little defendable base. We can try to do the stay up for the blood moons when they come around. Also need to build a bunch of barbed wire as well for the perimeter of my base, but we'll get to that here in a minute. So got that. So the next option, like I said, I wouldn't mind having a little outskirt like area to look through. It might be a little complicated, but maybe we'll go through another floor up, but make it smaller, and that can be our like watchtower. This can be more of like our storage space. So let's get some more walls built up. How much do I have currently? We have 5, so I'm going to just place these down, and then we'll have some windows set up every so often. How are the windows down there? Which way are they? Okay, I think I'm still symmetrical here. Yep, window there, window there. Okay, perfect. Build some more walls and windows. So we need 2, 4, 6, 8 windows. And then we'll just make some more walls on top of that. Okay, got some rest, started the new day. So let's go ahead and finish up this other portion of the base here. So we'll place our windows down first. We know where those need to go here. And the other one should be right alongside that. There we go. Perfect. And we'll place these walls down. And then we can get the upper deck put together. We do need to craft one more staircase. We could do a half stair. How is that going to look if we place it down? Let's just take a look here. I don't think that's going to be quite tall enough for what we need. Yeah, it'll be a pretty low clearance. So let's build one of those. And let's see, where would be a good spot for this? We don't have to have it right in the corner here, so maybe somewhere in the middle here would be okay. Probably be about right there. And we'll need some more flooring. We'll just start with 10 floors just to see how that works. And I can always dismantle the rest of them if I don't use them all. We'll do 10. I might need to craft some more planks here soon too. All right, so This is where I'd ideally have the, this might be, actually what I'll probably have to do is place this down and then move it. Let's see, how is this going to work? No, this should be okay. We'll see how this looks. Because again, I'd really rather this be more of the defense area. Yeah, I think this should work. Trying to think about how I want this to look. But I think I've got an idea here that should hopefully work out. Let's pick that up. Place that down the correct way. All right. I don't have those half walls on me, but we'll get them up. That way I can have a good 360 view, and maybe up here I'll put some lights and other things that we don't use quite as often up there. So I'll need another 14 more and we should be good. Okay, got this flooring finished up, so let's go ahead and place these down. All right. And once we get this assembled, this is all going the wrong way. I hate when it does that. We'll fix that here in a minute. Once we get that put down, we do have the option of, like, gosh dang. Oh my God, now it works. Okay. I'm having difficulties getting these to sync up properly, but it's going to drive me nuts if we don't have it just right. So that needs to go that way. No, it needs to go this way. Okay. You can kind of see the outline, so that looks good. That looks wrong. I thought I had enough flooring, but I guess not. Anyway, what I was going to say is we can now, once we're putting this together, kind of dismantle things if we need to. And kind of shape our base a little bit more if we decide to do that. All right, so I need 2 and then 4 more. Maybe I just didn't have enough planks the first time. How am I on planks? I'm probably going to need some more planks. Let me go ahead and craft some more of those up. Let's do... Oh, well, we got a lot now. All right. And then just 4 more wooden floors. All right. Cool. And let's see. I think... Yeah, I think this floor here would be better for a second, for our storage area. That needs to go... That's the right way. That is not. All right, perfect. Then we'll just need to move that sideways. Okay, perfect. And then the half walls we've got here, a few of them. Now I could have this go out a little bit more, but I just, yeah, I think this will be okay. Yeah, we'll start with that. If we need to move things around more, we can do that later. All right, so we've got 5. So we need 10 and then 14 more of those. And that should be the top part completed as well. Then we'll work about on the surrounding side of our base as well. Okay, crafted the last 14. Place these down. Now, obviously, we're not really going to have... I mean, we could still maybe put a roof on top, but it's just going to look silly if we do that. Just because there's going to be a huge gap. Which I really don't want to have on the base here. So this will allow us, at least if people come up, we can get a pretty good view on them. I tried, what I was originally going to do was put half floors down. I don't know if I have any on me. I don't think I do. But the half floors don't connect to... Well, let me just build one and I'll show you what I mean. And maybe somebody has a workaround for it. So if we go here and build, let's say we have the half floor, quarter floor, triangular. So we'd want to do like a half floor, for instance. The issue I'm having is when we go up here to place it down, and maybe it'll work now since I have these floorings down. I don't think it will. But see, there's a gap. And there really isn't a way. I was hoping like with the, oh shit. Oops, that hurt. We'll worry about that in a minute. Well, let's go ahead and do it now because it's just going to make my screen all weird. It won't connect to the wall itself, so there's that gap, which I don't really care for. And use those as well. Let's drink some water. We need food as well, so might as well do the MREs. We got plenty of those. So yeah, what I was showing was with the half flooring. That way it does connect, but if we rotate it, it doesn't. So what I was hoping to do was to have, I just don't understand the point of that gap there. Because having it like that would just take so many, and it's just the same length as a floor anyway. So I was hoping to have like a little outskirt going across the map, but unfortunately we're not able to do that. Okay, so we've got pretty nice looking house here. I kind of wouldn't mind some sort of, I don't know, it's just very like square. And unfortunately, there's not really much we can do about that. Let's take a look at what we can craft here again. So you don't have any like walls that go at an angle. And even the triangular wooden foundations, I'm not going to build one because it does take a lot. Won't really work at making a curved base, unfortunately, which is what I was hoping that we could find just like literally one of these cut diagonally, but it just isn't possible. All right, so in order for me to get our base surrounded, I am going to have to move this stuff inside. So bear with me here while I pick this stuff up and move it into the base. Okay, guys, so it took me a long time, but I got everything moved out. I'm definitely going to maybe move a little balcony out front at some point. This will go away eventually. I just got all of my supplies in there. So I went ahead and decided to keep the guns and all of that on the first floor, along with all my crafting benches and the different materials and things. And then this will be our living quarters. So I've got a fridge here. I do need to place down our fire pit. We can just do that maybe right here. Okay, I do need to craft a new bed so we have a better bed. But before we do that, let's go ahead and get the outskirts of our base fortified. So let's see how I want this here. Maybe just do a little bit out from the base here. So right here. That's the only thing I wish these would snap together. Maybe I should take a look at how I want the pathway to look. So we'll need a gate of some sort. Maybe I'll move this out a little bit further in case I want to get my vehicle in here. So we'll say right there. And we'll get back to that front part. We'll just kind of wrap around the outsides for now. So let's see, we can do this here. Like that. Move it a little bit over. I think that should be enough space. Yeah, I'm fine with that. And then we'll just kind of wrap around this whole base here. I think I might need to move this out a little bit more. So let's move that maybe more like that. And then we'll place the rest of these down here. And hopefully, I think I have enough metal to make more of these, so it shouldn't be an issue. I just wanted to make sure I have room to get to that generator when needed. Make sure it snaps to the ground. Okay. Yeah, these things can be a bit finicky to put down. So I might save you guys the time of watching me try to get this just right and show you what it looks like. But that's the plan. Then I want to get barbed wire all around the outside of this. And then we'll get some lights put up as well. And that should be the base complete. Okay, it's not the prettiest outskirts. I don't really care about the side too much. We won't really be going back here for anything. It's really just to have some coverage. I don't think they're going to be able to squeeze in there. Let me see if I can move that a little bit in a better spot. Might be a little bit of a gap. I don't think there's a way around that. Move that maybe back a little bit more. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Nobody should be able to get in. So we've got that figured out. Then we have our turrets I want to place down. So we might as well start with, I wonder if these will shoot through the fencing or not. Either way, let's go ahead and put these on the front here first. And I actually need to make sure that they're within the generator's range. They should be. Let's see what we look at here. Okay, so yeah, those are good. Perfect. So let's go ahead and turn. We'll leave that on because I am going to put some. Well, no, I guess I know how far it goes out. So it goes out just to where our wooden gate is. I got to pick up. So that's fine. Let's go ahead and place some lights down as well. Have this place lit up like a Christmas tree here. We've got 5 of these so far. So let's see. That's how the outs. That's where the light will face. So let's pick that up again and place it. We'll do. It'd be really cool to have these up on something. Just don't want to do foundations, and I don't think we have any other like blocks or anything we could put it on. I do have indoor lights I can put down while I'm in here though. So let's go ahead and maybe put these on the outside here. There. One right there. Perfect. And we'll put one over here because I won't have a light over here necessarily. And we've got some more. We're going to want to have some lights up here, but I don't know if these are going to work that well up here. Maybe we can just put one over there. We run across these pretty frequently. Okay, that's all of those. Then we've got some ceiling lights to place down. So let's go ahead and get some of those put as well. Let's see, we'll do one there. Make sure all 4 corners are at least covered. Okay, and then downstairs, of course. We'll put one in the middle. On this corner, maybe. Well, let's see where that is at. Maybe we can just do this right here. Okay, we'll see how that looks at night. And then we've also got these ceiling lights. I don't really care for these, but maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to put some above the workbenches here. Just in some of the dark corners. We won't be able to see quite as clearly. Right over here as well. Okay. Perfect. So let's place one there. Here. And get our outside area, have that be lit up as well so we can see what's going on outdoors. And it'd be a good way for us to be able to see where our base is at nighttime if we need to do that. We've got one more here. Let's see what it looks like up on top, maybe just to have a good overhead view, light above everything. As long as it doesn't get in my way, I think it should work. Let's place that. I guess, yeah, this might work. No, I don't think I'm going to like that. I shouldn't have jumped. Oh, that's going to hurt. Last thing I need to do is die after doing all of that. I haven't quick saved in a while. I'm going to quit that. Let's go ahead and splint up real quick. And maybe quick save. Okay, perfect. And then we'll just put one more out in the middle here. Maybe it's right in front of this. Ways. perfect. All right, now we got to craft some barbed wire. So let's see what we need for that. For barbed wire, we need high quality metal. I've made a lot of metal. I'm hoping we have enough. Let's just do the max that we can. Well, we won't do the max. Let's say, I do want to build a table too. Let's build one of those. Tent cover, I'm not worried about. I have a couple of those we can use. Clothing cupboard might be nice for our armor. Let me go ahead and craft that. Log wire trap. Okay. Let's focus on this first. I know we have at least 53. All right. So what I'm thinking is whenever we have a horde, they're more than likely going to go to the turrets first. So let's go ahead and put our little blocks down here. We'll probably encase this fully once we get more concrete. That's one thing I don't have enough of. But for now, we can put that there. And then we've got some barbed wire we can place down. So let's say I don't want to block myself out because I think this might still hurt me. We'll say right here for now. Just move that a little ways out of the way here. Okay. Looks good. And we'll go ahead and do this side a little bit more here. So we'll just do one here. One there. And how about one on the other side too? No, it's going to be kind of in my way. Will this hurt me if I... No, I can't get hurt by my own traps. Perfect. I definitely want to block this area off as well. So we'll do one here. There. Looks kind of messy, so maybe I'll pick that one back up. I think if I move this over just a little bit, it should still cover that area pretty well. Same with this one. Let's go ahead and place it more diagonally. Okay, perfect. And we'll just get our whole base wrapped around. I probably won't do all of the base with the barbed wire. This video is getting pretty long, and I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit more and more. Let me go ahead and get the other side put together as well. Then I'll just need to dismantle. I might keep those watchtowers. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with those. Let's move this more over here. All right. We just got two more to work with. So we can do here and there. Okay, not a bad start at all. This fencing isn't 100% lined up. I don't think there's really any way around that. Unless I decide to move this out a little bit more, which I'd prefer not to. I could maybe just leave this as a gap. And I don't like that. Let's place this maybe just a little bit more to the side. Okay, perfect. One last thing I wanted to craft was a new bed. So we should have a bed option somewhere here. We have a battery charging bench that takes car batteries, which I don't believe I have any of. So we'll need to find those. Tank traps, safe. Maybe the bed is on the actual workbench here. It is not. Okay, I thought we had another bed option. I just can't remember how to craft it. So that might be something I just have to find out in the wild. Maybe we don't actually craft those. I don't see anything. Display plaque. We got a bear mount. We just got to find a bear head for that. So definitely want to look at that. Maybe a bear trap. What do those take? Yeah, we could do a couple of those. We definitely want to hunt some animals so I can get some mounts up in here. And I haven't used these bear traps before, so maybe this would be nice to just kind of have in front here. All right, looking good, looking good. I think that is everything. Let me just fill up. I think this generator should be full still. Yeah, it is. Might not hurt if I have an extra case to put that down for our fuel. Maybe I have a nice little option here to put that in. I mean, a storage, that might work. Let's do one of those for the fuel. We'll get a lot of that as we continue through this game. So that way we have a nice little spot for our fuel. We'll just place it on the side here. And no, because I'll forget about it. We'll put it here. Put our fuel in there. I'll put the generator in there as well. Perfect. And then last thing is just putting our cupboard and our table up. So let's see, maybe I can have the cupboard over here. It's probably where my bed will go, somewhere in this area. Just want to make sure we get it the right way. All right. And then a table that I can show off all of my collectibles once I continue to get more of those. I will just say right here is good for that, right in front of the window. Place our shark down at least. Cool. All right. And I think that should be good for the time being. I'll just go ahead and place my sleeping bag here. So I have a spawn point. We're going to go ahead and just fast forward tonight so we can see what this looks like at nighttime. And I don't know if I can turn this off. No, I can't. So that's just kind of constantly going to run, I guess. Okay, no worries. I thought maybe we'd be able to turn off the campfire, but I guess not. So let's go ahead and wait till nightfall, and then we will see what everything looks like. All right, guys, moment of truth. It is nightfall, so let's go ahead and light this thing up, see how it is looking. We'll probably need some more lights on the backside here. But here we go. Let's turn the generator on. Oh, yeah. That's pretty good. So let's take a look from the outside here. We've got a good amount of lighting. Awesome. I would like some more lights up top, but I don't think that's going to be anything we're going to be able to mess with just at this time. It's pretty damn bright in here. Maybe I don't need all these lights, but we'll mess around with that. Maybe I can get rid of, you know, this one, for instance, so it's not so overbearing. Okay, I think that looks a little bit better. I think these are just a little too extra. Okay, cool. Looks good there. Got a nice little light here. What about I take this one off? Yeah, it looks okay because we got that fire lighting up that area. And then we've got our upstairs here all lit up. I do have some camp lights I want to turn on as well, just so we have like little beacons. It'd be cool if they had different colored lights. It would be a lot of fun to have like some, I don't know, red blinking lights or something on top. But yeah, guys, this is our new base. So excited to have this done. And, you know, I think really it's just kind of putting up some defenses around the base still. And I'm not really worried about too much because I don't think they're going to attack these fences. It's really about getting more turrets. So we'll have to keep an eye out for those in some of the upcoming episodes. But yeah, if this is your guys' first time at the channel, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. And again, a reminder, I am giving away a key to this game. And if you are interested again in signing up for that, just make sure that first you're subscribed and then leave a comment down below of what your preferred weapon would be in a zombie apocalypse. And then I will have the winner announced on September 12th. That is of 2025, of course, in case you guys are watching this a year later. But yeah, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.